Every time some new tech comes along, there's always that guy. You know, the one who warns you that it's gonna make children dumb, we should all run for the hills, and so on. So when it comes to AI, I really don't want to be that guy, but I've kind of noticed the way people are using AI recently, and it might not be so good. The truth is, AI can be pretty darn useful, but you have to know how to use it, and more importantly, how not to use it. Hi, and welcome back to ScottiesTech.Info. I'm Scotty with my co-host Cletus, the Tribble. So, in the interest of being fair and balanced, first let's cover some of the good uses of AI. Using AI, you can record someone's voice, give it a chunk of text, and AI will read the whole text in that person's voice. You can generate images, charts, and other visual aids for videos, reports, and so on. Or even use text to generate video itself. You can even have AI read your whole website and then ask it to write a report or paper or something for you, and it will write something that sounds exactly like you wrote it. Now, that's all pretty cool, actually. It can save you a whole ton of time and energy for so-called busy work tasks. That'll free you up to engage in more creative endeavors, right? Hey, not so bad. Of course, not all AIs are created equal, so very often the results they produce require changes, refinement. You have to respond and say, right, I didn't mean for you to make an image of a flying pink elephant. Can you make it a, flying purple horse, so on and so forth. That all sounds great, so what's the actual problem? Well, the first problem is that AI makes stuff up. A lot. Use most AI search and you get wrong results 60% of the time, according to many papers and studies that have been done recently. Ask AI to play chess and it will cheat to try and win on its own, without any human involvement. Ask AI to write code for you and sure, it can do that. But ask it to debug code and it's totally lost. It also has no idea how to create new code. It only feeds you what's already been done by other humans. Okay, so it's not perfect, so what? Well, recently I've noticed a lot of people using Grok and ChatGPT to summarize content for them. In other words, instead of doing the hard work of reading and thinking, you do a search engine search, you click all the links, you open up blogs and papers and websites and news articles and you sift through it all and you think really hard and deep. Instead of doing all that hard work, they just let the AI do the summarizing work for them. Here, the problem is ignoring the fact that 60% of the time, AI just gets it wrong. Another recent report showed that when justifying its answers, AI often just cites non-existent studies, reports, misattributes things, or it just flat out lies. The fact is, AI doesn't have your experience, your knowledge, or your ability to connect the dots in a uniquely human way. I've also seen people using AI a lot to generate images and charts for their video content. Well, that's not so bad. Or is it? Make your own slides, and you learn how to use software to get stuff done. You're also actively thinking about your content when you're creating an image or a slide. Very often, when I'm creating them, usually in Paint.net, I have great ideas about I should add this, I should make that point. I'll think of new and interesting ways to explain complicated things in a much simpler way. All of that happens during the creative process of making images and slides for my videos, which I do by hand, not with AI. Speaking of which, what about that creative, even artistic process? Isn't that all beneficial for our brains? If we let AI do everything for us, we miss out on that whole process. Okay, so AI is some good and some bad. And the bad is actually pretty bad. Making stuff up 60% of the time, that's not a very good track record. So what's the real reason for this whole AI push? Why is it so popular? Well, there are three primary reasons, I think. The first reason for the big AI push is making money. AI is a multi-billion-dollar industry and everyone wants their piece of the pie. The second reason for the big AI push is insanity. Yours and mine. Why? Well, if you do an AI search, it uses 6 times more electricity than a standard Google search. 6 times. That's a lot of extra power. So go green and save energy, but also use AI and therefore use more energy. It's called cognitive dissonance, and it's designed to drive you crazy. When there are two conflicting ideas that are being shoved down our throats, we're not sure what to believe, what to think, and so it kind of makes us nuts. Plus, if a person lies to us compulsively, we call that crazy making. And that's exactly what AI is doing. It's lying to us compulsively. That is, by definition, crazy making. And at the same time, we're being told by leaders of industry and everybody else that AI should be in everything. You should use AI to be a better coder, use AI to get your job done faster, and so on. And yet, the results, the statistics are showing that people are actually less productive and don't want to use AI, but they're being told to use it all the time. This continual conflict, this cognitive dissonance, is making us nuts. And the third reason for the big AI push is control. You heard me. Think about it. If you do a simple search on Google, in the past, you would get a series of results, and you'd have to click each one of those things and wade through the content, and you might make up your own mind. But with new AI search, the AI analyzes all those many results for you and tells you exactly what to think, exactly what to believe, and even exactly how you should be feeling. Interestingly enough, I think AI will fall flat on its artificial face. It's already been outed even by mainstream sources as a big fat liar. Once all the hype around AI dies, so will the extremely large investments of money. And at that point, we might get to see what AI can actually become capable of. But for now, what is called artificial intelligence is nowhere near intelligent, and definitely artificial, in more ways than one. For more techie tips, see ScottiesTech.Info. Thanks for watching. See you next time.